Next is my small little shrimp tank that's on the counter of the right side of the bar. None of the shrimp are out right now because they like to hide in all the plants, but it's just a small little cube. Then I have the beaker that's on the far side of the bar that is currently just housing one orange crayfish. And my last display tank in the basement is the newly set up saltwater fish only tank. And the only fish that you can see right now right here is a small little clownfish, but there is also some shrimp right in there that you can see, little peppermint shrimp. And there's a big yellow tang that's hiding in the back along with the coral beauty angelfish. And you can actually see the eel's poking his head out right now. And of course I can't make this video without showing off the tanks in the workshop. This place is an absolute mess. In fact, I'm just going to leave the lights off because it looks better without it, because you can't see how much of a mess it actually is. Up top I have my breeding clownfish, so I cannot actually clean the tank because they like the algae. So if I clean it, they will not continue to breed. Then down here I have my new friends, the blue spotted stingray and my bamboo banded cat shark, who's hiding underneath the pump. Get him to move around a little bit. They both just ate, so they're actually kind of docile. But you can see the blue spotted stingray has very vivid blue dots on it. These are both very prized possessions of mine now. They were not cheap either. And then the last tank right by the front door is my mixed African cichlid aquarium that has an acrylic lid and a finished wood stand. All these are really small baby African cichlids I just bought in Florida during spring break. Then right outside my front door is the small Japanese koi pond. There's a better view from the front. As you can see, there's a lot of work to still be done before the season, and even before the weekend. But there will be aquaponically grown tomatoes up there that you can already see starting. And then the long stream, which will house all my plants that'll filter. And there's actually a few tilapia here in this small pond that's attached to the stream. And then I have a variety of about 10 to 15 small koi in here that are starting to breed, so the surface is even extra dirty. And here's the tomatoes from the back of the biofalls, which I can make another video on if anybody's interested on how they grow in straight water. And then lastly is the big pond in the back. As I'm walking up the patio here that we got done last summer, you can already start to hear the water running, and you can see all the lily pads are starting to come up. But I don't have any tropical plants in the pond yet, so it's not exactly as pretty as I'd like it. I'd like to fill up that entire waterfall area and cover up all the flagstone rock with a bunch of flowering tropical plants. But the fish back here are not as friendly because it's such a big pond. It's hard to get them to come up and eat out of the hand, but that's something to work on in the future. In fact, we can see our first lily pad buds of the season. And then likewise back in this waterfall, I also have aquaponics tomatoes that should be producing a lot of cherry tomatoes here very soon. This is just one last final angle of the pond from where we feed the fish. And then lastly, I almost forgot, I have the small patio pond right here that just has live plants and a few guppies and swordtails I picked up down in Florida. And then of course my big 225-gallon mixed cichlid aquarium that actually has more than just cichlids in here. It's got an archerfish, which are fairly rare, and a whole bunch of weird large catfish that hide behind all the wood and the rocks in the back. And you can see if I walk up close and I tap the top, all the fish come up because they think it's feeding time. They really are friendly fish. They're a lot friendlier when you feed them though. Just I assume just like people are.